All right, guys, ready to attempt the very hard Tom Givens RangeMaster Core Handgun Skills Test. It's very hard because it is time-based. You want to go as fast as you can actually make accurate hits, more like you would do it in defensive gun use. It's 40 rounds from 3 to 25 yards. Tempting it for the first time on the hardest target, kind of. The IDPA, you can use 3 different targets. This is worth 5 points. This is worth 5 points. That's worth 3 points. That's worth 3 points. That's worth 0 points. Okay, so 5, 3, 5, 3. That's how you scored on IDPA. The 2 other targets you can use are scored a little bit differently. Let's get going. My very first day with the Shadow Systems MR920P. I think I got 16 rounds through it. For official record keeping, timing on a Range Tech range timer. I'm using a Holster G17 holster. Pistol is the Shadow Systems MR920P. So 19 size frame, comped, so 17 size factory slide. Front night sight, rear black serrated rear, totally factory, using very hot 124 grain PPU. Okay, so first one is side step while drawing and a 4 to the body from 3 yards. Boom, boom, boom. I would scan and do all that. I'm worried about the timer. That is very nice, clean. I need to record my time of 2:16. 2:16. 1:53 to first shot. I'm not the fastest. And I need to warm up and get used to using this holster. 2:16. That was a nice, clean start, as you can see there. Well, I don't know how to explain this one. Someone just put a round into my target on the left instead of the one I said they could use on the right. So I circled it. It is what it is. We're going to go to stage 2. Now, the first one was at 3 yards. It was, you can trust me. And now we're back to the second stage at 5 yards, which according to Tom Givens himself and Gabe White is 3 to the body, 2 to the head. I would call it a modern Mozambique. I think that's pretty cool. 3 to the body, 2 to the head. John had asked, who should know, did 4 to the body, 1 to the head. And I think Lucky Gunner has also said that. So I don't know if that has changed or not. But I'm going to do it the way that they were saying from 2012 to 2018, how to do it. Okay, 3 to the body, 2 to the head, modern Mozambique with a side step. I think I am clean. Nice. Okay, let's make sure I get the time. 3:18. Yeah, too slow on my transition to the head, but I was worried about shooting it a bit high. I tried to make sure I got the points. So that slowed my transition to the head down more than muscle memory from doing a typical Mozambique. But 3:18, let's go see the hits. So there's the one we ignore, and since it's in there, we can ignore that. There is a black pen around it. Okay, so we got 1, 2, I think 3, 4, 5. I'm happy about those headshots. So stage 2 is clean. Okay, stage 3 is still at 5 yards. Strong hand only from low ready. I'm not going to cheat low ready and muzzling someone creating aggravated assault to their belly button like everybody else does. I'm actually going to put it where I could legally say it was an inch in front of their toes. Yes, that slows you down when you're doing like these tests and trying to game it to act cool online. Okay, so this is the very first day with the MR920P. It's been going awesome. I really like the comp. It's been very flat shooting. We only did 16 rounds before we started this official test, okay? Hot 124 grain PPU still. Put one high. Yeah, too slow to the first shot. 255, 255. A lot of people could probably do better than that. And I felt the one go high. They're sort of break it, maybe USPSA. That's going to hurt me really bad because that's 3 points instead of 5. So that's already down 2 points if I don't give it the line break. All right, guys, stage 4 at the bottom here. Still at 5 yards. Start with gun in non-dominant hand only. Fire 5 rounds. I don't know if they're aimed in or if that's low ready the way I do actual low ready, which would be quite a big difference in time. Boy, having a comp, shooting one hand, strong side only or weak side only, shooting one hand. This thing's flat, man, and it's not a heavy pistol. It's 22.5 empty, 29.5 fully loaded, 30.3 if you use a G17 magazine, fully loaded with 124 grain, 359. That is really slow when I watched Gabe White doing it like 12 years ago. It is what it is. 359. I might be clean though. I purposely went slow because you really need accuracy. And yeah, I did it clean. So more practice would get me faster on that. This is my first attempt at it with a very new to me pistol sent for T&E purposes. Thank you very much, Shadow Systems, so I could show people what a high-end Glock clone is like and see what a comp's like. And I'm loving the comp. Ports can shoot stuff in your eyes, especially against carjackers. Comps won't do that. I like comps. All right, guys, stage 5 moves us back to 7 yards. Bill drill, draw and fire 6 rounds. For all these, I did not write sidestep, so I don't think you have to. I'll do it again in the future, probably many times. This should be a good one to do every 3 or 6 months. And I'm using the Holster, G17 Holster, AOWB. Maybe that helps. That's how I carry. Appendix outside the waistband, appendix outside the waistband. Much more comfortable. The first one felt left. I hope it's in there. Oh, did I get one way high? Oh, boy. And 302. I can get to 2.5s. I don't think I've shot a pistol in 3 or 4 weeks, which is a very long time for me. And even then, it might have been a revolver. So 302, that is not great. That is not great. Let's go check the hits. 302. And I got 2 really bad ones. Uh-oh. No, I got 1 really bad one. Okay, so 5 out of the 6 were in here, and they looked upper thoracic mostly, so that's good. 5 out of the 6 in here. 1 I threw way bad. I wonder if that's the first one. I was here and recorrected my grip. That might have thrown it high right. I wonder if that's the first one. That's not awesome from only 7 yards on a bill drill, but it is what it is. You guys like my new Paul Harrell Meat Target shirt? Hope you do. Let me know down below. Okay. From Low Ready 3, Emergency Slide Lock Reload 3. Holster mag carrier. I don't carry an extra mag typically, and if I do, I throw it in the back pocket because I always carry a backup gun, civilian style. And working arm security, it's obviously not concealed. I don't even know how this goes. Okay. So we will do our best. Also, I've done no reloads with this, hoping I get slide lock back. And this does have a bit bigger than a typical Glock, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to try to hit it. I usually, on most pistols, try to hit the slide stop, slide release instead of going over the top. Okay. That looked like it may have went pretty well. Considering that's my first time reloading with that 519. That's under 6 seconds. That's all you need to be like Bakersfield. 519. Let's see. I should show you to prove it to other people. Okay, 519. 519. Sure, a lot of people are a lot better than that. But considering I don't practice or carry that way, and a brand new pistol to me, just a T&E, which I may send back so don't come after me, letter agencies later. Okay. That was clean. I'm happy with that. 3 reload, 3 clean for me, and 519. Happy. Okay, this is a great test. Okay, see, you start up close where you're more likely the preponderance of civilian defensive gun use. And now we're moving back to 10 yards on this stage. Draw and fire 3. I hope I don't regret this. But, you know, I've been might be testing different Glock clones, that kind of thing. This is expensive. I'm going to do a budget one as well, hopefully. Different ammo, Winchester military grade, very hot stuff. Because I'm testing all hot stuff because the comp is more efficient with hotter ammo. And like you're going to carry, I typically use a 124 plus P HST if I have my choice, if it's not mandated, you know, otherwise. So this is a flat med plate, I hope, and a different magazine, an extar magazine. My buddies let me borrow stuff. I borrow stuff, not all stuff is mine. So different mag, different bullet profile, different grain, different velocity, really hot, really hot. It's the military grade, not the M1152, so a little bit less than that, so don't come at me, bro. Okay, I think I'm chamber loaded. I am. I hope to God this works out. Draw and fire 3. It's a 10-round magazine, YouTube reviewer, as all the ones I have sent to me nowadays, just in case you watch this in the future. That's how stuff works. So, the third one got away from me. The third one got away from me. I think in the recoil there, different recoil impulse, very fast stuff. I'm loving the pistol so far. Good function. Let's check the time. 2:40. I don't know about that time. So obviously I was a little slower to the first shot than I'd like to be at 10. I should be more comfortable at 12, and then I shouldn't be any slower than at 7. So that first shot was a little slow. 2:40. See if our splits 33-30 at 10 yards. That's okay. I can put. I'm not pushing this fast enough. My first time doing this test is the thing. I'm worried about that third shot. So did 2 over my 3 go high there? I usually aim good upper thoracic. I'm not surprised. It looks a little different. I don't think those were there before. 1, 2, and probably 3. Stage 8, back to 15 yards. Draw and fire 4 rounds. Draw and fire 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it! That's what I get for doing the other mag with the other ammo. I think it's more the ammo than the mag. Well, that just screwed me. And I didn't tap right bang because I thought I could solve it pretty quick, and I think I did. 6.2, that is not the pistol's fault. Aftermarket mag, more than likely, though, it's the pistol first day with it. It's still breaking in. Technically, they say 200 rounds. We're under that. The flat med plate got me. I should have used the Blazer 124 I had. 2640, 262 to 568. If I was kept at a 62 split, which is really slow, but it's 15 yards, that would have been 262 plus 6262. Hold on a second. First shot was in 2 seconds, then 262. If I gave myself 262 plus 62 plus 62, it would be 386. I think it's fair to say I would have done that in or around very close to 386. So it is what it is. I'm going to go change mags and ammo for the last one at 25 yards. Okay, so even with that snafu, 3 out of 4 were in the down 0, 8-inch pie circle, as you want. 1 was there, gets only 3 points, so 1 was there. But with having to deal with that, I like to push myself. I like to push new pistols. It is what it is. We've used 4 different mags so far. I'm doing a fifth different kind of mag, but it's the PMag I haven't used yet. So maybe this could give me problems too. Loaded with Blazer brass, 124 grain. Let's finish those last shots at 25 yards. All right, guys, let's finish up. Draw and fire. Last stage at 25 yards. 3 rounds. Draw and fire 3 rounds. Last one went a little bit left. Locked back on the PMag. Good stuff. I love this comp. I love this pistol. I love everything about it. I really do. I mean, I really, really do. For someone that isn't in love with Glocks, the first one 28 years ago, 26 years ago, 20, God, how old am I? 29 years ago was a Glock 23. So 638. Let's go check, guys. Let's go check. So, probably got to edit this junk out, which sucks. Oh! Whoa! That's very high, that's very high, that's very high. Those are all worth 3 points of those 3 shots. From 25 yards. I need to like test this thing at 20 and 25. I'll probably do that before I leave, just so I'm aware of it if the irons hit high at that distance. And yeah, we were using Hot 124 again, so that should be on. All right, let's start doing the tally. All right, guys, let me wrap up my thoughts on the pistol and this test. Excellent pistol, nice bag. You can carry 5 or 6 extra mags in it. A nice pouch for the pistol as well. Let's look at my results. And I got 32 5-point hits. 32, zoom in a bit, 32 5-point hits, 160 points, 8 3-point hits for 24 points, 184 points total out of a possible 200. Divided by my total time, 32.33 seconds, 32.33 seconds total time, 184 points. That's 5.69 times 20, so it's points divided by total time, times 20 equals 113.826 points for my first ever attempt, and with a first ever time with a pistol, that says really good things about the pistol. 113.826. Advanced. Okay, Tom Givens said when he had quite a few very experienced law enforcement instructors, futzy guys, all that kind of stuff, their average out of everyone was 100 points. The par is 100 points. Your goal is, and I don't have it on me, 100 points. 100 to 125 is advanced, and I believe, and then over 125 is a friggin' Ninja Master. So for my first time with the drill, you always do better when you're more familiar with the drill and the pacing of the shots per distance and all that kind of thing. This is a better one, though, than most law enforcement quals. I have a video on an FBI qual with a different G19 clone I was able to borrow. I think I did really good with this. I should probably do this again with this, with Red Dot, #1, and then I should probably do like FBI and other stuff with this. I absolutely love the pistol. I think I did good. As far as the test, it's better than a lot of other ones because you're under time. It's divided by time. So you're trying to hustle but still make good upper thoracic. I mean, the heart's pretty small, guys. It's like a grapefruit. The ocular cavity's pretty small, guys. It's like an orange or grapefruit, okay? Pretty much. Like, so you want good hits, but you want to hustle, and that's what this does. And it starts at the 3, then 5, 5, 5, 7, then 10, then 15, then 25. Tom Givens has a good book, The Defensive Gun Use Statistics, for all his students that have been in defensive gun uses. 3 to 5 yards is the most common. 2 to 7's also like common, and then outliers past that. As well as FBI plainclothes stats when they're getting robbed and DEA plainclothes stats when they're getting robbed. This test is excellent. This would be a good one to do cold. Great test. Now let's talk about the Shadow Systems MR920. It looks awesome. The comp is very efficient. Again, guys, I don't shoot PUD 115 unless I have to. I always shoot the hottest 124 I can get, or that Winchester round, which screwed me up. I think that's the Met plate plus a little magazine wiggle, so it is what it is. I can test it more. Plus, we're in the break-in period. So other than the very first failure to feed that needed a bump, it was perfectly fine. 3, 4 different brands of magazines, 5 different magazines total. We used PPU 124, 2 different lots, actually. We used Blazer Brass 124 and a little bit of that Winchester military grade. Pistol looks excellent. beautiful grip serrations. So once I get a red dot on there, I can do all my pressy checks like Honest Outlaw. Optics Ready, the best optics mounting system ever. So it's kind of awesome just for that alone. Because screws are your problem, this will be more reliable, which someone that might transition now to carrying with a dot after I play with this for a few months, you know, maybe have to send it back and all that kind of thing. The 3 grip panels that change the angle on your presentation. This would still be high without a presentation for me, aiming a little high, except for the mag well. And on a couple bad draws, the mag well funnels you in with a nice undercut, no Glock knuckle. Empty, nice trigger, little bit of take up. Shot the trigger really well, and yes, I use the distal joint for everything, not the pad. Little take up. Light wall, and it already cleaned up. We probably started, I'm guessing, 5.5-ish pounds, maybe 6, and now we're down a half pound, it felt like. So it rolled through really easy, but there is a wall, but it's light, but it's not too light for carry. I think this is the right for duty. If I was issued this as a duty pistol, which a lot of people are doing nowadays, I would be very, very happy with it. Again, nice bag, 2 pmags. You got the mag wall you can take off, but it's really like not bad. Even I'm going to CCW this. That's fine. If I could carry this on duty, if you're a holster maker that can give me at least a level 2, if not a level 3 retention holster that's fast to undo with a TLR 1HL, I would really appreciate it. Had an incident last night. Wish I had a weapon mounted light in case I needed to draw. I don't have that on my duty holster. So if you're a duty holster maker, please send me one for this, which is a 17 size slide. It fits almost all 17 holsters. The ridges can maybe cause a little bit of problem, but I haven't found that at all. Nice window cut there. Beautiful ledge, by the way. So there actually is a ledge on the memory pad. I'm big on trying to karate chop, roll this in, get my palm in contact, and now I like the downward pressure. But this with a comp, and people don't realize they train a PUD 115 instead of like a hot 124 plus P like they should be, or a 147 HST. So, Shadow Systems, thank you so much. Good job, guys. I would really look into them. They have different tier levels of the Shadow System pistols and all kinds of different size and configurations. This is small enough for concealed carry. It's light enough for concealed carry. It's literally an ounce and a half more than what I've carried all summer, fully loaded 124 plus P. I like that because the controllability in rapid fire shots that you're most likely to use at close range and even long range, it's helping me get on. The best reason for the comp seems to be, at least if you know how to grip a pistol and have a strong locked out wrist, the comp for one-handed shooting. And given the propensity of attacks, typically will start at 3 to 5 yards, according to Tom Givens. Even the outlier, there's a lot at 2, so just outside 2 arms reach. If you're holding your wife's hand, your baby, your groceries, whatever, I try to keep whatever, either primary or my backup, one or the other as I walk out. You might have to lift that shirt, draw one-handed, and we're in the enclosed range here, and shoot strong side only. Now, you want 2 hands on a pistol, but I think in real, look at a lot of the footage on ASP, the shots that you're likely to take, I train myself a lot of times to do the first 2 shots, maybe one-handed, because I think I'm training for the way that I think fights happen, not just how ideal world standing, clover leaf already hooked under to look good on your times and all that. Today, I didn't start that way. My shoulders were slouched forward. I wasn't grabbing under the shirt. They were realistic draws today. But the comp for one-handed and weak side shooting, I think that alone, once you vet the pistol and your carry ammo and all that, I'm digging the comp, man. This comp is an efficient comp. Hopefully you saw it on video. Please like, share, subscribe, get down there in the comments, and I will catch you mother lovers on the flip side. Dan the Wolfman places, and use my campsite for all your camping equipment needs. And Holster. I'm Dan the Wolfman. Remember that. Economy's bad. Save some money.